Saral Japani, Japanese learning made easy. Konnichiwa minasan. Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel. This is a place where we talk about Japan and Japanese. Friends, this is the series called Elementary Japanese, a crash course for JLPT N5 N4 seekers. In this series, we are following Professor Yoko Hasegawa's book Elementary Japanese Volume 1 and Volume 2, and we are at lesson 2. This is the second part of lesson 2 and the fifth video in this series. Lesson 2 in Hasegawa's book is self-introduction, and there are various topics present in this lesson. So in this particular video, we will be learning these topics, which are ko-so-a demonstrative, do interrogatives, mo particle, and the Katakana Syllabary. So let's see what we have in today's lesson. So this is the content of lesson 2, self-introduction. As you can see, there are three parts. The first part contains a conversation, that is a dialogue between two persons. And after that dialogue, the usage of various components have been explained. The second part is the grammar from 2A to 2H, which is the main content of this chapter. And then finally, we have the exercises and vocabulary recap. So as we discussed last time, in every lesson, we will start with the grammar first, and then we will go to the section 1 of the dialogue, because if we don't do that, you will not be able to understand what's going on in the dialogue. So it's very important to first learn the grammar involved. So with that, we started with grammar in the last video, and we completed the first 5 subsections of the grammar, that is 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, 2E. And today we will do 2F, 2G, and 2H. 2H will not be completely can be completed in today's video, but at least we will start with the subsection. So let's begin with 2F, ko, so, are demonstrative, and do interrogatives. Let's see what's there. Ko, so, are demonstratives, do interrogatives. So the ko series demonstratives indicate nearness to the speaker. Those in the so series indicate nearness to the addressee or the listener, and those in the a series indicate nearness to neither. So what does that mean? So as you can see in the first figure, this is the speaker. He is saying something. He has the pen in his hand. So he is saying, Koreva pen des. So see, ko. This is the co-demonstrative. Kore is one of the co-demonstratives. Koreva pen des. That means this is a pen. Since the pen is in his hand, that is, the object he is referring to is near the speaker because he is the speaker. So that's why it will be kore. Koreva pen des. This is a pen. So this is how we say it in Japanese. If we want to say this is something, then this means koreva xyz des. The next is soreva computer des. So as you can see, now this has become sore because this is the speaker, this is the listener. So the computer is near the listener or near the addressee to whom the speaker is addressing to. So for him, it is not near to his place. So that's why he will use Soreva. But it is, although it's not near, but it's not very far away as well. It's inside the room itself. So that is a computer now. Soreva computa des means that is a computer. So kore means this, sore means that. And in the third diagram, we see that this speaker and this listener, they are together, and the speaker is referring to something which is at a distance. So here it will be areva. Areva apato des. Apato means apartment. So in Japanese, they call it apato for the apartment. And as you can see, this is written in katakana, which indicates that it has been derived from this English word apartment itself. So that's why it is written in katakana. So we will be doing katakana syllabary later in this video. So areva apato des means that over there is an apartment building. So kore means this, sore means that, and are means that over there. That means it is at a distance. It is neither near the speaker nor near the listener. So is that clear, friends? Koreva, soreva, areva. Koreva means near the speaker, something which is near the speaker. Soreva means something which is not near the speaker, but it is also not very far away and it is near the listener. And areva means when the object they are referring to is at a certain distance or maybe far away from both speaker and listener. Now, few more examples. See here what this child is saying. Koko wa nihongo no kurasu desu. Koko wa nihongo no kurasu desu. That means this place is a Japanese classroom. Kokowa. Kokowa means this place. Kore means this and koko means this place. So when we refer to a place, then we use koko. So this is also a co-demonstrative, but it's different from what we just learned in the previous slide. So this is koko means this place. Koko, which place? Koko means this place. So we can say that this could be the answer to a where question. Where? So the answer will be here. Koko wa nihongo no kurasu desu means here is the Japanese classroom. Here is the Japanese classroom. Now, if we say soko wa toshokan desu. Soko wa toshokan desu. That means that place is a library. So over there is the library. That place is a library. Soko wa toshokan desu. So similar to kore, it is koko, and similar to sore, it is soko. And the other one, the third one will be asoko. So asoko wa San Francisco desu. That place over there is San Francisco. So now the place is neither near the speaker nor near the listener. So when we used kokowa, that means it was near the speaker. Here is the classroom, or this place is a Japanese classroom. So soko wa toshokan desu. Now the speaker is away from the toshokan, but the person whom he is speaking to is near the toshokan or the library. So he can tell him that soko wa toshokan desu. That place is a library. And when the place is away from both the speaker and the listener, then they will say asoko wa San Francisco desu. That place over there is San Francisco. They are showing on the map. And one more example is, this is also a very important one. Kono gakusei wa 1年生 desu. That means this student is a first year student. Now you can see here kono. Again, co-demonstrative kono. So first it was kore, then koko, now kono. Kono gakusei. That means this student. So when he is referring to this person, to a person, then he has to use kono. Means this student, this particular student is a first year student. So now you can imagine here which student? This student. That means it is kind of an adjective. Here kono is used as an adjective because it is qualifying the student, because it is telling which particular student he is talking about. Kono gakusei wa 1年生 desu. This student is a first year student. It's not this student is a first year student. Then it would have been kore wa 1年生 gakusei desu. But this is, he is talking about a particular student. So kono gakusei wa 1年生 desu. Now that dictionary is mine. So it will be kono jisho wa watashi no desu. Kono jisho wa watashi no desu. That dictionary. Sono. Sono means that. So when we point something specific, then we have to use kono, sono and ano here. That woman over there is Miss Wong. ano onna no hito wa Wong-san desu. Ano onna no hito wa Wong-san desu. And then that man respectful over there is Hayashi sensei. Now, as we learned earlier that when we have to give respect, then we won't say hito, we will say kata. So, ano otoko no kata wa Hayashi sensei desu. Ano otoko no kata wa Hayashi sensei desu. So, in this way, we have three sets of words: kore, sore, are, koko, soko, asoko, and kono, sono, ano. So, kore wa, sore wa, are wa means this is, that is, and that over there is. Koko, soko, asoko means here, there, and over there. And kono, sono, ano means this particular thing, that particular thing, that over there particular thing. So this is the difference between each of these three sets. Now, how do we ask the questions? So as we saw last time, dare, we had seen dare. So similarly here, it will be starting with do. So for the ko, so, and a demonstrative, the corresponding interrogative will be starting with do. So kore, sore, are will become dore, will be asked using the interrogation word dore. Then koko, soko, asoko will have doko, that means where. So dore means which, okay, which, and dono means which person, and doko means where. So customarily WH interrogative words are included in this group of vocabulary and learned together. They are called the do series. So for example, let's see. This is Mira san wa dono hito desu ka? Mira san wa dono hito desu ka? That means the literal meaning will be Mr. Miller is which person? That means which person is Mr. Miller? Which person? Dono hito. So we are asking about a specific person. So it will be dono, and the answer will be it will be kono hito wa Mira-san desu. If the person is standing near the person who is answering this question, then it will be kono hito wa Mira-san desu. Now next is Ishikawa sensei is which person? It is respectful. So it will be Ishikawa sensei wa dono kata desu ka? Ishikawa sensei wa dono kata desu ka? Ishikawa sensei is which person? Which person is Ishikawa sensei in a respectful manner? Similarly, now you see here Keizai gaku. Keizai gaku means economics. Keizai gaku no hon wa dore desu ka? That means which is the economics book? Which book is the economics book? So this is dore because it will be, the answer will be given in kore, sore, are. So if the book is nearby, it will be kore. If it is at a little distance but near the listener, then it will be sore. And if the book is away from both the speaker and the listener, then it will be are. So Keizai gaku no hon wa dore desu ka? Which is the economics book? And if we want to ask where is the economics book, then it will be doko. That means Keizai gaku no hon wa doko desu ka? That means where is the economics book? So this is the difference between dore and doko. Doko means where and dore means which. And dono means which one. Which one particular thing is XYZ. So that will be dono. So dono, dore, doko. Again, I'm repeating. Dono means which particular thing. Dore means which, and doko means where. So let's go through these examples one more time. Mira-san wa dono hito desu ka? Ishikawa sensei wa dono kata desu ka? Keizai gaku no hon wa dore desu ka? Keizai gaku no hon wa kore desu. Kore desu. The economics book is this. Then, Son-san no apato wa doko desu ka? Son-san's apartment is where? Son-san no apato wa asoko desu. Son-san's apartment is that place over there. So it's not nearby. So this is the summary of what we have learned so far in today's video. So as you can see here, ko, so, and are demonstratives have been written here, and the do interrogative is written in the last column. So when we talk about something, then kore means this thing, sore means that thing, and are means that thing over there. And the question dore means which thing, okay, which thing. Then the next line is for place. So koko means this place, soko means that place, asoko means that place over there, and doko means where, at which place. Then the other one is the kono series. So kono series, basically it's the demonstrative plus noun or something. That means it is qualifying the noun. So this is kind of adjective. So kono x means this thing, sono x means that x, and ano x means that x over there, and dono x means which x. Which x is that thing. Similarly, kono hito, sono hito, ano hito. That means this person, and that person over there. And dono hito means which person. And if we make it little respectful, then we replace hito with kata. So it will be kono kata means this person, sono kata that person, and ano kata that person over there, and dono kata means which person in a respectful tone. So keep this table in your mind, and this is a very important and the most fundamental of the Japanese grammar. Next, we move on to the next section, which is mo, or it is a particle like the wa and ka particle and the no particle. So before this, we have learned three particles of Japanese: the wa particle, which is the topic marker, the ka particle, which is the interrogatory particle, and the no particle, which represents some belongingness or the possession. So today, this is the fourth particle of the series, which is mo, which means also. Also, it gives the meaning of also. When the predicates, that is verbs, adjectives, noun, plus this of two sentences are identical, the wa of the second sentence is replaced by mo. Very, very simple thing. So that means when we have one sentence and then we have a second sentence in which the predicate looks the same, then we can tell that the second sentence is also the same. So here the meaning of also will be given by the mo particle, and we will replace the wa with mo. So let's understand this using example. So Mr. Miller is a student. Mira san wa gakusei desu. Miss Son is also a student. So Son-san mo gakusei desu. So here we will not write Son-san wa gakusei desu. Now let's consider two independent sentences, like Mr. Miller is a student, Miss Son is a student. So that means Mira-san wa gakusei desu, Son-san wa gakusei desu. That is correct. But now if we want to, since we already have Mr. Miller is a student and Son is also a student, so we have to use also here to make the language beautiful. So Miss Son is also a student. So here in Japanese it will be Son-san mo gakusei desu. So we will not write son-san wa gakusei desu. We will write son-san mo gakusei desu. Another example in the negative sense, Mr. Miller isn't a teacher. Mira-san wa sensei ja arimasen, or Mira-san wa sensei dewa arimasen. And Miss Son is not a teacher either. That means Miss Son is also not a teacher. So here we will write Son-san mo sensei ja arimasen, or Miss Son-san mo sensei dewa arimasen. So we have to simply replace mo to give the meaning of also. Now sentences 1, 2 and 3, 4 can be combined into single sentences. Mo must be repeated. So for example, both Mr. Miller and Miss Son are students. If we have to write in the same sentence, so it will be Mira-san mo Son-san mo gakusei desu. So this is very, very important, and this is something which is different from English sentence structure. So we have to repeat this mo particle. If we want to say both Miller and Son are students, then we have to write Son-san mo Mira-san mo Son-san mo gakusei desu. Next, neither Mr. Miller nor Miss Son is a teacher. Then again similarly we have to write Mira-san mo Son-san mo sensei ja arimasen, or Mira-san mo Son-san mo sensei dewa arimasen. So in this way in Japanese, for combining two sentences, we have to add the particle twice. So as many sentences will be combined, there will be those many particles, either wa or mo, as the case might be. Katakana Syllabary. So now we have come to the third section of today's video, Katakana Syllabary. So as you know, Hiragana and Katakana are the two phonetic syllabaries of Japanese writing, and the third one being the kanji. So Katakana is the other one. So first one, hiragana, we have learned earlier. Katakana is another syllabary used to represent Japanese speech sounds. Both hiragana and katakana were created from kanji, that is Chinese characters, which we will introduce in the lesson 3. While hiragana derives from the simplification of cursive writing of kanji, katakana derives from the modification of some parts of kanji. So hiragana involve round angles, but katakana have more straight lines. So very, very straight and sharp edges you will see in the katakana characters, whereas in hiragana you will see more of a rounded characters, or some kind of cursive writing kind of thing. So this is the structural difference between hiragana and katakana alphabets or characters. And from the functionality point of view, hiragana, as we learned last time, that hiragana is used to write words of Japanese origin, and those are mainly used for the verb endings and some particles or some grammatical composition or some expressions or some specific Japanese words. Whereas katakana is used to write words which are imported from foreign languages. That means those are not primarily Japanese origin words, but imported from outside Japan, except for China. For example, apatu, which we just saw in the previous slide for apartment, that was written in katakana because that is a borrowed word from English. Similarly, there are thousands of such words which we will come across in the upcoming lessons. This is the katakana with simple consonants. So the structure is the same. So here you have to practice a lot to remember the characters, because katakana is little difficult to remember than hiragana. The reason is that although katakana is a very straightforward characters, but still when you try to memorize them, it is difficult than hiragana. So what I have understood that it is how our brain processes these characters. So the rounded and cursive writing characters are easier for the brain to hold, but the straight edge or sharp cornered characters are little difficult for the brain to store for longer time. So unless you keep viewing these characters on a regular basis, you will definitely forget them. So practice, practice, and more practice. And I have a practice video where I have myself practiced these characters on my notebook. You can follow that video. I have given the link of that video in the description section of this particular video so that you understand the stroke order and how to write these characters. So the syllables are the same. We have the vowels listed here: a, e, u, a, o, and then these are the consonants, and consonant plus vowel forms these sounds: ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, sa, shi, su, se, so, ta, chi, tsu, te, to, na, ni, nu, ne, no, ha, hi, fu, he, ho, ma, mi, mu, me, mo, ya, you, yo, ra, ri, ru, re, ro, wa, o, n. And these are the dakuon and handakuon. So ga, gi, gu, ge, go, za, ji, zu, ze, zo, da, ji, zu, de, do, pa, pi, pu, pe, po, ba, bi, bu, be, bo. So the same characters as same sounds that we had in hiragana, it's still the same in katakana. And these are the katakana with complex consonants. This is e, this is half sized ya. So that makes it kya. So ki plus ya, kya. Kya, kyu, kyo. Gya, gyu, gyo. This is sha. So she plus ya, sha. This is not sha, this is sha. Sha, shu, sho. And this is ja, ju, jo. Cha, chu, cho. And this is dya, du, do. This is nya, new, nyo. Hea, hu, hyo. Pya, pew, pyo. Pya, bew, byo. Mya, mew, myo. And rea, ryu, and reo. So the exceptions are here: sha, shu, sho, and cha, chu, cho. Where and this is ja, ju, jo. Where we don't have the ya sound, but it's simply a is taken. Katakana is used to represent foreign words other than Chinese and onomatopoeic, that is sound symbolic words like wow wow or some chirping sounds of the birds, for example. So those are called onomatopoeic words, and onomatopoeia is the noun for that, like woof woof, for example, how a dog barks, or pitter patter, the sound of the rainfall. So all those kind of words in Japanese will be written in katakana and can be used in a similar manner to italics in English. So the words which we italicize in English will be written in katakana in Japanese. Japanese has borrowed many words from foreign languages, for example, Chinese, Dutch, French, German, Portuguese, but in recent years, the overwhelming majority of loan words have been from English only. Identification of katakana words is challenging, especially for English speakers. In fact, many advanced learners of Japanese feel that reading katakana is more difficult than kanji. This is due to the difference in Japanese and English sound systems. Japanese has a much simpler sound system than English. So when Japanese borrows English words, it must tailor the sounds to suit its own sound system. The results of such tailoring may sound completely different from the original words. Conversely, if you pronounce karaoke in English, no Japanese person would understand it. So in Japanese it is called karaoke, and in English you will say karaoke. Once you have become familiar with the Japanese sound system, try to pronounce English words with only those sounds available to Japanese. For example, apple. Apple, you see here, none of the sounds are present in Japanese, apple. So in Japanese, it will be represented as appuru. You can see here, Appuru, because this is the nearest possible spelling of apple in Japanese, and katakana will be used. Apple is represented in katakana as appuru. If you compare this representation with some other possibilities, for example, epuru, apuri, appu, etc., you will find that appuru makes more sense. So the apple becomes appuru. Now you might be wondering, or you might be panicking, that how will you convert words of foreign origin to Japanese? If apple becomes appuru, then are there any governing rules? Like, how do we do this conversion? And the answer is yes. There are guidelines, there are several rules to convert words from foreign language into Japanese using the katakana symbols, and there are specific rules which we need to follow. So in this section of this book, we provide general guidelines to katakana representation of English words, but the learner should not get overwhelmed or should not panic. You don't have to memorize all of them at once. Later, as need arises, consult this section. That means return back to this section and consult the rules. So the rules we will be learning in the next lecture. So today it's already too much we have learned. So I won't uh, go into the rules of katakana because it's itself is a very vast topic, which we will discuss in the next video of this series. So we have completed the first from 2A to 2G, and we are at 2H. We have started 2H, but we have not completed it yet. And once we do that, the grammar content of lesson 2 will be complete. So we will continue with learning the katakana and the rules of conversion of foreign words into Japanese using katakana in the next video. So that's all for today. If you have any questions related to this video or any other questions in general, then you can type your question in the comment section of this video. Else, if you want to send a private email, you can do so at saraljapani@gmail.com. This is my email address. So till we meet again in the next video of this channel, thank you for watching. Arigato gozaimasu. Mata imasho.